shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I got a even when I'm down bad. Yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I got a and she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me.
From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Come on, check! Check, Bobcat! Go!
They'll start with the option. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
36 yards on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Willis now off the play fake. That one finds Hyatt. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. In motion, Hill. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now 2nd and 9.
Panther Street!
A give to Pacheco off the option.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Right there.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Isaiah Pacheco, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Watson on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Watson. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. When you look at this Saints defense, they were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Third down and 6. Watson just beating the play clock. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Willis. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 19 yards to pick up there and move the chains.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Willis's throw caught by his receiver Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Saints at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
79 Broncos.
Willis looking to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Malik Willis, his 19th touchdown now in the season. And the Saints lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at the Saints' defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off of play action, it's Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. These guys running back out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
To the air yet again, Watson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Play action. Willis finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
19.
To throw, here's Willis. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. That's a step in the right direction defensively here, because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
18 Rattler. Come 19.
Here's Willis. That is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return, now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Hill going to go in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense, because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's good.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. T. Higgins, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that... And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 39 yards there, a big one. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Running left to give to Pacheco. A beautiful fake. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here we go.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Smash Broncos. Check smash. Check smash.
In motion, Hill.
Ready.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Willis. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Dancing to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. So he's been automatically get to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Watson, off play action. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return will stop right around the 25. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Ready?
To the air on first down, here's Willis. He'll drop this off to Pacheco, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
19 tight. Ready.
Back to throw, Willis. Rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Malik Willis, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And now Watson throws another interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Willis will look to throw it. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Last play of the half, Willis completed to Hyatt. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Watson. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 39.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Willis. Pressure comes and down he goes. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw, here's Willis. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll be a gain of 16, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Here's Pacheco headed right. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. That one finds Hyatt. Touchdown! Jalen Hyatt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are pouring it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Watson. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. In motion, Hill. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. A nice little juke. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Willis. And going deep for Hill. Oh, that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans. Rolling along here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Willis. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Mustang 19. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Again, it's Willis to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Ready? 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 18 Pioneer. Hustle, hustle, hustle.
Willis now off of play action. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, here's Willis. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Hey, check that. Street. Check go.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And it fights through one man. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Willis looks to pass it here. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Willis on 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Julian Okwara able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the play. And Watson's gonna go down in the end zone. It's a safety. 3 quarters have come and gone. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
Come on.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
Willis with another keeper. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Here's Pacheco on the read option. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Willis on the option to the right.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Malik Willis,
14 yards.
And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Carlson now to add the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. Johnson, the man in motion right. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep.
And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Watson looks to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Start. Hurt. Right there. Ready.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Ready.
Willis on the option to the right.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Go, champ.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Go, Reed. Go.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 3rd and 2, Watson. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And
And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And they take a knee. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for.
There you go. No, don't go think I don't wanna know. She keep looking at me like she feeling me. Girl, the way you be moving and stuff you be doing, you tripping out and it's killing me. Man, I swear to God, you be tripping. I can't even do it. My girl, I'm Tiffany. Damn, and she tryna cut me off. No, she cannot do it. No, she cannot scissor me. Mark your spot, that boy get. Don't send him the car. He finna get blessed on. I get the pay, but I'm talking about Benjamin Franklin. Not talking about the one that you sketch on.
First off, my name Toad, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fufu. Go up wearing platinum fubu on the southwest eating fufu. And a hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped that all these rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broken, barely eat. I should've bet the man. Yeah, cause I'm way, way, way up. Long ways from the days I these valet stores couldn't pay. Nowadays, all the cake I make us is enough to buy about 100 trucks from Mercedes. I resage Chukwueze, then my babies. Label hit be trying to sway me, pay me.